Hello students, welcome to online classes of Semstar Global School. I am Fizza Akhtar. We started with this topic letter writing yesterday. I told you in brief about formal and informal letters. This is part 2 of the video, and in this part today we are going to study all about formal and informal letter in detail. That is our today's objective, to learn about formal and informal letters. Let us see. We are starting with formal letters. The first question that arises in our mind is, what is a formal letter? A formal letter is an official letter. It is written for some official purpose. This means that these are the letters which we address to people, companies or organizations with which we do not have a personal connection. That means we treat them professionally. In simple language, it is addressed to strangers for some formal issue. I had told you about this in yesterday's video, that these letters are written to people whom we don't know, whom we are not close. Okay, so the next thing arises is how to write a formal letter. There is a particular format which we need to follow. So let's see what we have to do in that. This is the exact layout of a formal letter. That means the format of a formal letter, what we have to include in that. The first goes the sender's address. Sender's address means the person who is sending the letter. Suppose I am sending the letter to you, so I will write my address first on the left hand side corner. Then goes the date on which I am writing the letter. Then the receiver's address. I am sending to you. That means you will receive the letter. So I'll write your address afterwards. Then goes the subject. That means what is the topic of my letter. So I'll write that in brief. Then the salutation. I'll tell you what is salutation. Then goes the content, means the whole body of the letter. Then the complimentary clause. I'll tell you that also. And then your name and signature. Salutation is also called as greeting. Means this is the portion where you greet the recipient. Recipient is the person whom you are sending the letter. So this is the place where you greet that person. We write it like this: dear sir or madam, or respected sir or madam, or the person's name, dear suppose Ram. And before ending the letter, there comes a portion complimentary clause. That is also known as closing, closure, or complimentary clause. That means this is the place where you write phrases like yours faithfully, yours truly, yours sincerely, with regards, etc. So this is the place where you write this, and after that you write your name and put your signature. Because now you're closing the letter, so this is what we call it as complimentary clause. Now you can see the structure of formal letter. First goes your address, means you are writing the letter, so your address. Then the date. Then the recipient's address, means whom you are sending the letter. Then comes your salutation. I had told you the meaning of salutation. Then comes the title. Title is your subject. Then comes the whole body, which is divided into 3 paragraphs: introduction, explanation and suggestions. It would be good if you wind up your letter in 3 paragraphs, a formal letter, because formal letter needs to be short, clear and concise. So if you can wind up in 2 or 3 paragraphs, that would be best. But suppose if you want to discuss something in detail, so that depends on the topic. So you can go to 3 or 4 paragraphs, that's not a problem. So this is your body in which you will divide it into 3 or 4 paragraphs. Then comes your complimentary clause. Here it is written as valediction, but you keep in your mind that this is called as complimentary clause, where you will close your letter with the words yours faithfully, yours sincerely, and like that. Then comes your signature and your full name. and you can write your designation or your status as well. Status is completely optional. If you want to write your status and designation, you write. Otherwise, you can skip it also. That's completely fine. Means if you are a company's director, you can put in brackets director of the company or manager and like that. So please see the format very carefully, and if you have noticed that everything is starting from the left hand side corner, your address, date, recipient's address, salutation, complimentary close, everything is starting from the left hand side corner. Please be very specific about this. And one more thing, that you have to leave a line after every particular heading. Means after writing your address, you have to leave a line. After writing a date, you have to leave a line. After writing recipient's address, you have to leave a line, and so on. After every heading, you have to leave a line. Because this is a formal letter, you have to be very specific with your language. You can't use any short forms, you can't use any slang, and you have to be factual rather than being emotional. That means your language needs to be formal and it has to be grammatically correct. Slang is a language which I can tell you that it is also an informal language, so you can't use that. You have to be specific and clear. One more thing I want to discuss here is how to write the date in English. Means how to write the date while writing the formal letter. So you can write it in either way. It is given like 1st January or January 1st, 6th April or April 6th, 2nd July, July 2nd, 23rd December or December 23rd. Either way it is correct. So I hope this much is clear to everybody. What you have to keep in mind while writing the formal letter is the structure. You have to be very specific with the structure. The number of paragraphs you are including, because you need to be clear, short and factual. Then your language. The language needs to be formal without including any abbreviations and contractions or short forms. I'll continue this tomorrow with informal letter. Till then, keep practicing, keep revising. Be safe everybody. Thank you.